everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be talking about working from home. I work from home all the time, so I have a lot of tips and tricks to be the most productive that you could be. So I figured that I would share them with you. So let's get started. Here are 5 tips to get you through the workday when you're working from home. Number 1, try to get dressed. I usually work for about an hour from my bed. I answer emails, check social media, things like that, little menial tasks that don't require a lot of effort. And then I get up, I get dressed, wash my face, brush my teeth, all of that. Put on workout clothes usually because it forces me to go have a workout, whether that's in the gym or at home using like YouTube or something like that. Getting dressed is very, very, very important. Number 2, make a list. Lists are my favorite thing in the entire world. There's just something so satisfying about writing something down and then either being able to cross it off, give the little check mark next to it. Oh, it makes me feel so productive. What I usually do is make a to-do list for the entire week, but if you feel like you need to make a daily list, that's totally fine as well. I just prefer to know what I need to get done by the end of the week. It's how I work. It's how I've always worked. So for me, that's my system. It takes some trial and error to get used to what you need to be like visually looking at, but a list is a great way to do it. I love this notebook from Twin Pines Creative. They have tons of great stationery and office supplies on their website. I'll stick it in the little bio. Of course, you don't need a notebook that is clever like this one, but it just, again, I like it. I don't know. It's just shit I'll forget unless I write it down. Block out times with a calendar. I use my iCal to block out times when I know that I have a lot to do. So I'll block out a specific amount of time to write emails, because if not, I'll spend the entire day checking my email, which is very unproductive because then I stop doing whatever else I'm doing. And yeah, it's just a simple way to stay on task, to make sure that you're being as productive as you possibly can. If I'm not finished with something when like my little timer goes off, I just come back to it later. I have a little period in the afternoon that's like meant to be for finishing things up that I didn't finish in the morning. So that's basically what I do. And I think it's a really good way of staying on track and on top of your to-do list. Step away from your computer. It's important to step away from that computer. Whether you go and get a workout in or go for a walk around the corner, you have to take a break from staring at the screen. If you don't, you'll just drive yourself crazy, especially if you're having trouble working on something. The best thing to do is just put it down, take a step back, and come back to it later. You'll be so much happier with yourself if you do that. Or take a lunch break. So this is a kind of a continuous tip from before, but take a lunch break. If you're working in an office, you would be having a lunch break. Whether you decide to take 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it may be, give yourself a lunch break. And if you don't feel like you can take 20 minutes, close your laptop for 10 minutes, eat your food, and then get back to it. It's just, you need to give yourself a break in the middle of the day. It's just necessary for productivity. Stay in touch with your coworkers. I don't have coworkers, but I make it a point to get in touch with people in my industry every so often, whether that's a few times a week, in person, online, whatever. I think it's important to stay connected with people who do what you do. If you do have coworkers and you're all working from home, hop on a Zoom or a chat of some sort and just talk to each other, catch up, see what everyone else is up to. It's just a really good way of staying connected and ensuring that everyone is doing what they're meant to be doing. And also just like talking to people is really important. It's probably the one thing that I dislike about working from home is that I don't have that human connection throughout the day. So it's very important to try to make that happen. Whether it's talking to someone in your industry or a coworker, or even just texting a friend or calling your parent during the day for a little break, it's okay to do that. So that is all that I have for you today. If you like what you saw, please leave a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button. I am gonna be posting twice a week for the next few weeks, so please enjoy working from home, and I will see you next week. Bye.